Hello everybody, my name is Natalie Rose with InnerX Fitness, and I am going to tell you the #1 mistake people make while following a ketogenic diet or attempting to follow a ketogenic diet, and that is they do not eat enough fat. There's not enough fat on their diet, and a lot of times I see them eating too many carbs, and people get the misconception that the ketogenic diet is a higher protein diet. No, the ketogenic diet is a high fat, moderate protein, low carb diet, and I'm going to give you 3 successful tips that you can utilize to ensure that you are having a very successful ketogenic lifestyle. So the first tip is to track your macros. So there's only 3 macros, and macros is short for macronutrients, and there is proteins, carbs, and fats. And really quickly, side note, did you know that carbohydrates are the only macronutrient group that we do not need to sustain life? Interesting. I think that's a very fun fact that I love sharing with people. And you guys, you do not have to track and count calories for the rest of your life. However, when you are first starting a ketogenic lifestyle journey diet, I highly encourage you to track your macros. I have all of my clients do it. I personally utilize a free app called MyFitnessPal. Now you can upgrade to the premium version for like an additional $75 a year, and you get a lot of cool features and functionalities, and it's totally worth the investment, especially if you really want to start paying attention to your macros and really like taking responsibility and monitoring and developing a healthy relationship with food and just understanding of food. Paying attention to your macros will definitely help with that. And 75% of our daily intake of macronutrients should come from fat. 20% should come from proteins, and the remaining 5% should come from carbohydrates. So that's something definitely to keep in mind. And when you utilize an app such as MyFitnessPal, it has a nice pie chart that shows you how much percentage of each food group you've had in a given day. And my second tip for you guys is to only eat fatty protein sources. So whenever you're eating protein, make sure that it's a fatty source of protein. We don't need a lot of protein on a ketogenic diet. The really cool thing about keto and when your body's in a state of ketosis is that it's anti-catabolic, which means your muscles will not be broken down or you won't lose muscle. And another really cool fact is that ketones create an environment for protein synthesis, which just means it's an environment for your muscles to grow. So when you're following a ketogenic diet, you don't need as much protein. So always eating protein with a higher fat source would be a great way, not just to get your protein in, but to get in your fat. So examples of that would be bacon, whole eggs, steak, salmon, sausages. And then the third tip I have for you all is not to be afraid of fat. You guys, we grew up, or at least I grew up with the misconception that fat is bad for us, that cholesterol is bad for you. So there's a news flash that I don't think a lot of people are aware of, and that is dietary cholesterol has no correlation to the levels of cholesterol in our body. And so eating whole eggs is really healthy for you. Eating that steak is really healthy for you. I remember I had a client one time, I started having her eat steak every night. And she's like, my cholesterol levels didn't change. And when I went to the doctor, I was so surprised. And you guys, it's just living proof that dietary cholesterol does not affect that. So not being afraid of fat. Fat is good for us. You know, use the fat that you want to lose. Use the fat that's on your body. Use the fat to lose the fat. You know, when we get into ketosis, we're utilizing our own body's fat for fuel. That's why the ketogenic diet is such a great diet to burn fat and lose fat. And when you're on and practicing a ketogenic diet, the really cool thing is that not only are you burning fat, but you're really sustaining and maintaining your muscles. And so some really great fatty sources that I wanted to show you guys is some extra virgin olive oil, always organic. I always recommend organic. There's coconut oil, which is really nice. Mayo, but with avocado oil. You want to make sure that you're not getting the mayo with vegetable oils in it. And then organic creamy peanut butter, or you can even do sunflower seed butter. But with the butters, you know, I always want to encourage you to use them in moderation and not to heavily rely on them. It can be really easy getting swept away with these, and sometimes they can have sugar in them. So you want to always make sure that you're actually reading the nutrition label. And And I don't know if I showed you the avocado, if not avocado. So there's a really cool avocado hack I want to tell you guys before we wrap up. And I've had this avocado in my refrigerator for probably 2.5 weeks. And I just took it out. And so the trick is, if you go to the grocery store, buy a whole bunch of them while they're on sale, and then put them in the refrigerator. And then 2 days before you want to eat them, take one out and let it sit out for 2 days, and then it'll be perfectly ready to eat. Because avocados can be super expensive and they can add up. And you know, before I learned this trick, I was constantly going through avocados, constantly throwing them out. Every time I went to the store, I'd be buying 1 or 2 avocados, looking for that perfect avocado. Now I don't have to worry about any of that. I go to the store, a lot of times if they're super ripe, they're on sale, and I just will pick up a few and save them for later. And then another really fun keto food is hemp hearts. I was gonna say heart tart. Hemp hearts. Now, if you look at the nutrition facts, it says 4 tablespoons. The serving size is 4 tablespoons. So always pay attention to the serving size, not just what the label is saying. 15 grams of fat, 5 grams of carbs, 10 grams of protein. And out of the carbohydrates, 4 of them are dietary fiber. So technically there's only 1 gram of carb in here. Hello, what a great keto food. And then lastly, MCT oil for your fat. And so, yes, that is what I have for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoy this. Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want more information in regard to the ketogenic diet and lifestyle, I will leave some information below. I am currently hosting a keto diet, fitness, and mindset challenge inside of a Facebook group. And the only requirement to get into the challenge is purchasing a 5-day variety package of the Pure Therapeutic Ketones by Prove It. These ketones help aid you in your ketogenic journey. They put you into a state of ketosis within 60 minutes of drinking them, help avoid with the keto flu, help give you lots of sustained energy, and are very therapeutic to the body. So if you join my challenge, you do get a 5-day packet of these for $35 to set you up for success. And the really cool thing about my challenge, you guys, is that it has a keto meal plan in there. I know when I first started my ketogenic journey, my keto diet journey, all I wanted was a keto meal plan. I just wanted to see what you eat from the time you wake up, from the time you go to sleep. That's all I wanted to know. And I have put that resource and tool together for you that you can find in my challenge. And in there is also gonna be a whole community of other individuals just like yourself who wants better, who really wants to be successful at this lifestyle. So I will put all the information to that in the links below, and I hope you enjoyed this and have a great day.